difference between dreaming and doing is action. It's that simple. People overcomplicate the situation. They feel like they have to do all these amazing, extraordinary things to live their dream, when actually they just need to do small things every single day to achieve their goals and be able to live their dream life. Today's video is entitled From Dreaming to Doing, Taking Action. Now, the only way you can turn your dreams into a reality is to take action. It's that simple. If you want to be the next Gordon Ramsay, you have to start cooking. If you want to be the next Michael Jordan, you need to get in the gym and start shooting hoops. If you want to be the next Sting, you need to learn how to play a musical instrument and write good songs. It's that simple. So when we're kids, we're told that dreaming is fine, that we can be whatever we want to be, but the reality is life knocks us down. Life makes us feel like we can't actually achieve those things because we get caught up in school, and then when we leave school we get caught up in the real life and all of these moments pass us by. But the reality is, to turn those dreams into real things, you have to take action, and you need to find time in the day to take those actions. Even if you work a full 9-to-5 job, you can find times in the day where you can start implementing actions which will result in your dreams becoming a reality. So the first thing I want to talk about is taking that first step. The first step can be the scariest step because you're stepping into the unknown. You're going from your comfort zone into complete and utter discomfort. But the truth is, that's the only way you're ever going to achieve your goals. You have to step out from the comfort zone of your life, of your routine. Anyone that has done anything significant with their lives has gone from the comfortable lives that they live to the discomfort. And that could be something as simple as public speaking. It doesn't have to be something that's crazy. Public speaking, doing a presentation at work, doing an effective presentation at work would be someone who is uncomfortable, stepping out of their comfort zone into the discomfort. Now, one thing we don't realize is when we're in that discomfortable position, everyone else is there too, right along with us. You're not the first one taking the first step. Everyone is taking their first step at one point or another. So you need to understand that people have done it before you. Your case isn't unique. Every day people feel uncomfortable because they're trying to achieve something different and try something new. Asking for a pay raise at work, the only way it's going to happen is you have to go from your comfortable, oh, I'm happy with what I'm getting, to actually I'd like a bit more. How do I do it? You have to step out of the comfort zone and jump into the discomfort. And now the first step, people overcomplicate it. People will tell you that you can delay it. People can tell you that, you should prepare for it. You can't prepare for a first step. You have to just jump. You have to take the risk. And 9 times out of 10, there's no real risk. Like if you're quitting your job, then that's a big risk, and I would advise against that. But if you've got a full-time job and you're starting a side hustle, and the first step is for you to create your website, that's not a difficult step. That's fairly comfortable still. If your thing is you're about to start a business and you need investors, that can be quite uncomfortable because you're asking people for money, you're asking people to bet on you. Now, the only way you're going to get investors is to ask. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's the only way it can be done. So don't overcomplicate the first step. Just take it. The worst that can happen is someone says no, and then you just carry on and try again. Number 2 is to take actionable small steps. Now, I mentioned this in my last video, and the reason why I mention it again is because people feel like they have to do these major things. The action has to be a major event. The whole world has to stop when you do something, and that's not the case. Trying something new can be a small step. So if you are trying to learn how to play the piano, for example, you don't have to start learning how to play Mozart's whatever symphony it is. Just start at small steps. Like there's loads of online free resources. Start learning the basics. Learn how to play the simplest of songs. Learn what key sounds like what. Learn all of these small things before you jump and try and learn Mozart's symphonies or Beethoven's symphonies, or even learn your favorite song. Like, you can do these small, simple steps before you say you want to play in a massive music festival or in an orchestra full of 1,000 people. Like, you have to take small steps to get there, and the only way to do that is to every day invest in your craft. Every day, try. And that's all that people ask for when it comes to doing something that you want to do for the rest of your life, which means something to you. You have to try. People, especially in this era of the 20-year-old entrepreneur that talks about, making it overnight, making it successful, doing all these great things, becoming a millionaire overnight. That's not the case. There's very little cases where 20-year-olds becoming millionaires overnight. And even if they do, there's no foundation. So you have to take small steps to get to where you want to be. And the only way to do that is to try. The third point is overcoming fear and doubt. Everyone is scared. When you first start something, it's the unknown. Fear is a natural instinct. When you're going into a new workplace, for example, you're going to be scared. You don't know what the people are going to be like. You don't know if your boss is actually the person you met on your interview and actually is going to now switch and be someone completely different. And doubt is another thing as well. Self-doubt can be instilled by other people in your life. Parents are the prime example. If you're young, you've got nurturing parents. 9 times out of 10, you're not really going to doubt yourself when you get older, because you've had that positive reinforcement. You believe in yourself. You've had people that believe in you. And the effects of that is being quite a confident person, being quite independent. But if you had people that are quite risk adverse, and people that tell you that you shouldn't do this, people that say, I tried that, it didn't work out, doubt will creep in, fear will creep in. But it's not too late. Even if you've had people like that in your life, creating fear and doubt in your mind, it's fine. It's a way of life. The majority of us go through that. The only way to get over that is to build up your skills and abilities. That way you believe in yourself. You need to build up your confidence, and the way you do that is by building up your skills and abilities. And that will then allow you to have no fear and allow you to be more courageous and allow you to not doubt yourself. But it comes through hard work and it comes through practice. The only way that you can actually start doing the things that you want to do and start fearing the unknown less is by being prepared for it, equipping yourself for the unknown. Now, if you're about to go out into the dark, for example, a quick little analogy, if you're about to go into the dark in your garden and it's pitch black, you can't see anything, there's that element of fear of, what if someone's out here? What if I step on something? What if I fall over and hurt myself? Whereas if you have a torch or some kind of light, you've illuminated your path. You can see exactly where you need to go, what you need to do, why you went out there, what you're investigating. It's the same for your profession. The way to illuminate your path is to be well equipped for it. Now, just walking into a basketball gym and never ever touching a basketball and expecting to get to the NBA is never going to happen. You need to equip yourself. And a lot of these fields are competitive, but to even have a chance to get a look in, you have to be prepared and well equipped. Number 4 is making sure that you keep the momentum going. After that initial excitement of writing your first song, finding your footing, being able to now see what your path is, you need to be able to keep that excitement going. And this is why I always touch on the idea of doing what you want to do, not what other people expect of you. Because the quickest way to get rid of excitement is to do something because someone else is doing it. Because yes, that initial excitement is there, you're doing it together, things are fun initially, and then that fun fades when you realize, actually, I don't want to do this. But the way to keep the excitement, the way to keep having fun, is to remind yourself why you're doing it, what the outcome is going to be, but remember that the majority of the fun is in the journey. If you wanted to be the next Eminem, and someone gave you the abilities to be the next Eminem in a day, they said, you know what, sign this contract and we will give you the ability to be Eminem in one day. Now, some people may take it. Some people will say that they want to live that lifestyle. And what you need to remember, that the majority of the excitement is in the journey. A lot of people discard the journey. They think it's a drag. They think that it's a bit of an inconvenience, that, you know, they have to go through all of these things to get to their goal. But the actual truth is, and there's a lot of references online where people have talked about when they finally got to their goals, they actually didn't enjoy it as much as the journey, because the journey allows you to see the most growth, allows you to see the trials and tribulations. It allows you to find yourself as a person. Now, the way to keep that excitement going is to always try and be better and try and learn more. So if you have started to learn a musical instrument, for example, and you have got to a very decent level and you're able to do it and you feel like the excitement's going a little bit, try something different. Try making a different pathway for yourself. Try going on a different journey. So if you've just left university, so obviously when I left university, the world was my oyster. I couldn't wait to get out there, start looking for a job. And actually the first year or two was the worst I'd felt in a very long time, because I just kind of settled for a job. There was no kind of creation of any excitement. I wasn't looking forward to the end goal anymore. It's because my journey wasn't right. What I was doing in between wasn't right. So if you can get that bit right, you can keep the excitement going. So remember, it's not about the outcome. It's not about the end goal. It's about the journey. And the fifth and final point I would like to add is, when you are doing something new, try and document it. Try and create a little diary. Even if you're writing it down, if you're recording yourself, whatever way you want to do it, try and document the journey. Try and live in the moment. Because hopefully in a few years, when you look back on yourself and how far you've come, you'll understand that all of the trials and tribulations were worth it. And that can also be a learning resource for others trying to do the same thing. Now, whether you decide to sell that resource or give it away for free, it's up to you. But it's good to try and document your journey. Now, I have kept every single piece of writing that I've done since 2010. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a rapper, and everything I started doing back in like 2009, 2010, I've kept since then. I've not got rid of a single rap, whether it's on notes on Microsoft or whether it's in a notepad physically. I've not got rid of any of it, because I look back periodically and look at how far I've come, because the first raps that I wrote were horrible. The ones that I'm writing now are of a standard where the radio is playing it. So yes, it's taken 14 years to get to this position, but there's nothing I would change. And the reason why that is because I look back and look at my skills and abilities and see how far I've come. And that will help you carry on. So if you're ever in doubt and you feel like it's not quite going well, you're not getting any better, documenting it can be the quickest way to show yourself that you are on the right trail and you just have that little bit extra to go. So always document what you're doing and how you're doing it. Thank you everyone for watching the video today. That is everything from me. As always, thank you for your continued support. It means the world to me. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe and share, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Take care.